Hey guys, argomand here. Today I'm going to be showing you the basics of mob trap design. And this here is my personal favorite, the drowning trap. Very simple design. The water, when they fall down, pushes the mobs over here. The mobs are then guided into this nice area in which their AI tells them to swim up, and unfortunately for them, there's a block right above their head, and they just keep swimming up into this never-ending water and drop their items into this little water river thing here, and they all fall out to me. Now this design can be changed a little bit. As it is right now, every once in a while a spider will get out, but I'm just trying to keep it nice and open because it's fun to look in. The reason that there's two blocks here is so that the spiders will drown. Yes, obviously spiders are compatible with this design because it does drown. There are lots of designs that don't. And the best part about a drowning type trap is the ability to make it an EXP farm as well, very simply. Now, in creative mode, it's not extremely safe to do, but if you're really careful, you can hit, like in there, when you hit something and it drowns, obviously this is absolutely excessive amounts of enemies because I'm in a super flat and they're not allowed to spawn much anywhere else except up there in that structure that I created. But there'd be quite a few less in a normal world, but when you hit them, they will drop experience as long as they've been hit within the past 5 seconds since they will drop experience after they die if they were hit 5 seconds before, any time within 5 seconds before. So basically that's how this works. It just gives me an open area to punch away. The experience will drop, it'll float straight to me, and the items will go straight down here and in this nice collection area. Now you can do it any way you want. Signs are extremely essential in mob trap design because they will hold water in all sorts of weird positions. Like I have this water floating right here so that it works very strategically and the mobs are just packing in there. Well, this is just my design. It's effective, 100% drops, drowning, mob trap. Now the only thing that I don't like about my design here, something that I can't fix now unless I want to spend quite a bit of time, should have fixed it earlier. I didn't, and now it's gonna just bother me, but I don't. This is just an example world. It's not that important. So in here, I have all these signs on the sides, and from my knowledge, mobs, just like that, think signs are an okay block to walk on, and their artificial intelligence tells them that that's just fine. So they will end up just using their pathfinding and regular AI just to walk straight onto the sign, expecting that it's a good block to walk on, and they'll fall straight through, and using these water channels. Now the mistake I made was, instead of using the design that I'll show you in a little bit, I use these half slab design, which is good and effective, but it's not the fastest way, because it allows them to just kind of chill on the half slab like that spider is doing there right now, and it just crawls right back out again. Spiders, they are very free roaming and they can easily get out of these things if they want, but most of them are just too stupid to realize it, and they'll go down here. Now none of these signs are necessary up here. They're just they just make it move faster. Like here, the mobs, for some reason, they will fall off with the water, but they fall off more rapidly with signs on the water channel. Since signs make it faster for them to fall because their pathfinding tells them to go, or don't tell them anything, it just says go with the flow pretty much, they'll drop straight down here into this water, which will push them over here, which ends up pushing them into this. Now, me, I can just get straight out of here. No problems whatsoever. Now, you might be wondering, why don't the mobs do that? Well, that's because they're pathfinding and, wow, fail, D. That's just how it goes, though, when you're trying to do this type of thing. You just get too lazy to do it. This is pushing them into here. They really have no choice. And I'm going to make sure that I'm not flying. They when on the ground will jump like normal, and when they hit this water, they'll just go straight up. They'll kind of chill up here until they drown. And then their items obviously drop down here and pop out for you. There's only a few rare cases that a spider might get down there. But other than a spider, nothing really does. So it's a very effective design. Now, boy. That's just a really, really nice design. Now, there's other designs for the killing, and they're pretty good. Here's the classic ladder and lava design. They'll go over here, and they'll swim up into the lava and drown, or not drown, burn to death, and the items will up. Now, the block is here for a reason. If this block's not here, I'll show you what happens. I have this spawns out zombie for very good purpose here. The zombie's going to go over here. He's going to swim up so high that almost every time, not even almost every time, but a lot of the time, like right there, you could hear his items burn. Neither of them, their items stayed. One of their items, see, just a couple got down here. Whereas if you were to go over here and kill 3 zombies, there'd be quite a few bits more, you see. Oh wow, I hate lag. With the block on top, I'll just use a half slab because I'm lazy. The zombie will go over here and fail. Okay, now he'll try to swim up. His head will be blocked by that half slab, and the items will remain most of the time. Every once in a while, they will sometimes catch a fire, and because of their velocity in upwards area at the beginning of their dropping, when they drop for the middle section, they can tap the lava and sometimes burn. It's uncommon, but that's why I prefer the drowning for not only the XP farm, but the 100% efficiency. Over here, it's better. It uses a sign. They don't get the upwards drift from a ladder that can sometimes screw them over, and I obviously forgot to put that there. I was trying to show it off. It's going to be the same thing as there, pretty much. It's just they don't have the ladder thing. Now, this is a common design that I've seen anyway. They wait for the mobs to just drown. They don't. They just chill there. I can spawn as many as I want. They're just not. They're just going to just float and float and float forever. They will not just stay under there and drown and drop items. It's completely inefficient and not work. Mobs are smarter than you might think. In the old days of Minecraft, if I were to hit this guy, he would just walk straight across. But he doesn't now. He uses his brain. His very, very decayed brain. But he uses it. Now over here, as it says on the sign down here, but you can trick their AI. So, if we were to, say, punch this guy, as I just showed you a minute ago, he's going to go around the whole thing, which is, oh, are you kidding? Just no. Nah. No. That is not what you want in most cases. Here, if you hit him, he just walks straight. He doesn't even know. He's so stupid there. Now, I understand that, and it makes sense that the signs would be detected. But there are a few cases that are really, really confounding. And one of them is over here. If I were to have this right here, put a sign here, alright, and then put a zombie here, when I hit him, you expect him to cross, but he doesn't. He stops midway. He's still attracted to me. Like, if, let's just say, I break this sign here, and then I put a half slab down, he'll come across and try to kill me. But he doesn't do anything. It's just so weird. Or maybe I'll put a sign here. I don't know. Nope, he won't. Yeah, he doesn't like that either. I don't know what's going on with that. to me, it's completely confounding, and I'd have to read more into it. But here's one that doesn't make sense to me at all. If I have this staircase shape, like right here, if I hit this guy, retarded. Let's try it again. Retarded. It doesn't make sense. There's no signs, no trickery here. I tried this so many times. That's why there's zombies down there. They're so stupid. I don't understand what the staircase does, but it's there and it's useful for mob trap designs. It works. Yeah. When it comes to pushing things, you want them to have a too wide area because spiders are 1x2 blocks and they will just not fit in a 1x1 area like this. Let's see, spawn spider, and I'll put this in here. Nope, it's just not gonna work. I can put them on here, I can try to push them in, and it's just not. That's just not how spiders work. They're just not the right size. He's just literally walking right over it. So here it does work. He's got plenty of room to move around. The only problem is that as it says right here, must be too wide for spider and too high, because anything could get out if it's like this. Most people have it like this. It's just gonna, it could just, most of the time it's just gonna go, oh, nope, and then just walk back where it's going. Maybe fall down like that. Just go nope, and it's just clog and clog. It's gonna fill up with stuff. Then the spawn limit's gonna be reached, and you're just gonna be getting like maybe one idiot to go like this every once in a while, instead of once they fall in, they're stuck. So that doesn't work very well. Over here, this is an example of my first design of a transport system. I'll show you what the flaw is right here. As you can see, like I showed you before, the zombie will kind of get stuck there. He doesn't do anything. He just doesn't. It doesn't work. I can add a few of them though. It'll start pushing him along. See, now he's moving, and that gets him going. There needs to be a few though. Otherwise, they just don't really care, and it just doesn't work. And you know, it just, look at how slow that is. Now here's the new design that I came up with. Now, I honestly came up with these on my own pretty much. I don't remember seeing any videos on this. If there is, it's not me stealing your video. It's just me coming up with the same idea. So here comes a zombie, and he just shoved right into the new stream. The reason is that the stream is elevated right here so that it can just keep going without interfering, because I have this sign here, and it allows it to keep going, and he'll just drop straight in this little hole at the end, the destination point. This is kind of random fact thing, but in my opinion, it'll show you what you need to know. Here's another one. Now, here's what I was trying to show you. When he just goes straight down like that, obviously, no movement whatsoever. But if I take away the sign, his AI does show a little bit sometimes, not every time. I'm not sure what, I've tested it multiple times. There's like every once in a while it'll show, oh, gotta stop, nope. Like right there, see, he's trying to pull away, and whereas with the sign there, he doesn't even try. I've done quite a bit of testing with that. Now, if you want to transport mobs like I showed over here, the most effective way to go across things is like that. Obviously, if you want to get the mob to go down from someplace down to someplace, just go like this. I mean, are you kidding? You know, just have them drop. Maybe it's some water at the bottom if you don't want them to die. And over here, if you want them to go up, then you can just set them right there. And if you have the signs arranged like this, it'll allow the mob to just swim straight up using their swim up part of their AI. And at the top, you could have some water pushing them into something else, to a big Rube Goldberg machine, or just a transport pipe for a mob grinder. Over here, spawner mechanics. If you're building a mob trap around a mob spawner, mob spawners, for some reason, they will spawn in midair. Like in this situation, the mob spawns. He has nowhere technically that he could spawn, but he does. Over here, however, underwater, mobs are not allowed to spawn on water or in air unless there's a mob spawner. But for some reason, even though there's air above for him to spawn, they just won't spawn. If I take away the water, I think he spawns. I think. Or now it's too bright outside. I'll have to set the time to mid. There we go. See, he spawned. But if I put the water back, set the spawner down and set the water down. Obviously, that was because the water didn't reach there. It doesn't spawn. Now, if I were to put the mob spawner like that, it spawns. But that's because it spawns on the top here or spawn over there, but it has an area to spawn. And that's what's so weird. Whereas right here, it has no area to spawn, and yet it still spawns except in the air. Whereas over there, it has area to spawn in the air. It just doesn't do it, and I don't know why. Here's obviously a few blocks that mobs can't spawn in. The light from the lava keeps them from doing it, so you gotta hide your lava. Otherwise, they just won't spawn naturally, or even with a mob grinder. The water, they won't spawn in water. Signs, I don't think they spawn on signs. And half slabs, I know they don't spawn on half slabs. And let's see, what was this? Now here's your tunnels. If you're having them drop down and you want to encase them so that they either can't escape or the light won't get in so that it stops the spawning, this is not effective. You put a spider in here and already he's dying. It's too cramped. He'll fit in this space, but it's just not there. Like that. He can just climb straight up. It doesn't even matter. It's just nothing. He won't fall. He'll just catch himself. In here, however, unless he's going to be a dick. Alright, in here, he could just fall. It's the wider you make it, the better it is, but 3 at minimum, 4 is probably about the best that you need it. And then that would take care of that. Now, when it comes to also a couple of little miscellaneous facts, you want your mob spawner to be far away from you, at least as far as this mob spawner is away from where the player would be collecting. Sometimes mobs won't even spawn here because it's so close. Because of the, I think it's, if you're within 24 blocks of where the mob is going to spawn, it won't spawn. And you need to be, I think, in the very least 128 blocks from where the mob's going to spawn. Otherwise, it won't spawn because, like, you don't see mobs spawning way out there because that would just cause major lag, having mobs everywhere in the universe at the same time. So that's how they limit the lag with that one. But 24 blocks away your mob spawner needs to be. Otherwise, it's just going to be weird. And it can't be too far away, like I said. So this one's not perfect, but it certainly does quite a good job in the daytime. At the nighttime, however, mobs do spread out. So that is one unfortunate thing. So a recommendation to you, if you're building a mob trap, take advantage of the fact that they don't spawn 128 blocks away from you. As far as I know, that's what the number is. There is a number, and you could look that up to be sure. But I'm almost 100% it's 120 blocks. And if you put it up way in the sky, your mob spawner, and you, okay, are way in the sky, so the mob spawner has to be up pretty high, or you can have it below you. Just as long as you're away from the ground in the caves, they can't spawn there if you're far enough away. And then when it comes to the spawner, as long as that's within that amount, they'll just pack that thing. They will just pack it, and you will just be getting loads and loads of loot. It'll be absolutely insane, and you will be like the richest man on earth. If you're playing Tekkit with an energy condenser, you could just take all that loot, throw it in the condenser, and you'd just be loaded, and it would be amazing, and you'd just be like God or something. I mean, you'd be having quantum suit, equivalent exchange, everything like that. You'd be just totally decked out. Yeah. So the main confusions that I hope somebody could clear up for me are, why is it that in these two areas. One, the pathfinding. He doesn't do anything. Oh, of course, you know, this is just... Alright, the pathfinding. He doesn't do anything. Like, move at all when he's right here. And right here, of course he doesn't move. But here, he can move. If I punch him, he takes full advantage of the fact he can move. Here, obviously, he doesn't because he can't. So, the confusion is there. Then, the other thing that I explained earlier was over here. There's a hole in the floor. And for some reason, he thinks that a staircase will protect him from the fall. Boom. But over there, it showed he thought a sign could protect him from the fall. But when I put him right here, he's like, no, nope, sign doesn't help here. And he's darn right it doesn't. But then staircase doesn't either. What the hell's wrong with you, you retard? It's not even a proper staircase, but still. Alright, so I apologize if I have been congested in this video. I just recently overcome being sick. It was a real pain in the arse. So you can I hope you learned something from this video. If you know of any other things that I should have included in this video, let me know. I'll put it in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day. And I hope you enjoy these types of videos. If you don't, well then let me know. It's all pretty much up in the air. So you know, it's a pretty starting YouTube channel. I hope you that's right. I hope you all right. See you later. Be sure to all right. Bye.